In this short, I'm sharing my final stretch and fold from story 3. After I've allowed the dough to double in size, I use a coil fold technique to gently pull my dough out of the bowl. My hands are wet, and I place the dough onto my countertop to then create more surface tension. I do this by gently pressing the dough away from me, pulling the dough towards me, and folding the dough underneath itself. I'll cover this and allow it to rest for 10 minutes to then prepare my dough to go into a cold ferment overnight. Here's where I'll introduce flour onto my countertop, hands, and dough knife. I prepared my Benetton with rice flour, and I used just an all-purpose white flour to then use on my countertop, hands, and dough knife to do this final shape and fold. Scoop up the dough, place the dough face down onto the flour, and it's important that I haven't used flour up to this point because I do want the dough to stick to itself. I pull the dough away from me and apart and fold it in, and do the second side same, and I like to fold this one over top of the first to create a bit of an envelope effect. And then I will then fold this in on itself as many times as I can and create that surface tension again on the top of the loaf. The top of the loaf will then go face down into the Benetton. I like to stitch up any loose ends or openings of the bottom of the loaf. And then cover this and place this in the refrigerator overnight. The next morning, I preheat my oven to 500 degrees, flip out the dough onto parchment paper, and then score my bread and bake the bread for 20 minutes at 500 degrees Fahrenheit. And then after 20 minutes, I'll turn my oven down to about 450 degrees and cook my loaf for another 17 to 20 minutes. This recipe, along with other recipes, are on my website. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.